Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Looks at Outdoors. So today we are trying a new bait, 6 Sense Panoramas. Get a look at those. I'm really excited about these. I've been wanting to try them for a while. I actually bought these a few months ago. Troy wants to say hi. I bought these a few months ago and I haven't been able to use them. I've been super busy. So I'm gonna start out with the 3.5 inch ones, the smaller ones, and then we'll just go from there and see how it works. So the way I'm gonna fish them is with a wacky hook. I'm literally taking the Senko off my wacky hook and I'm gonna nose hook one of these guys and see how that works. We just had a cold front roll through here today and we're about to get hammered by thunderstorms in a couple hours. So I have a feeling that the fish might be a little bit more finicky than usual. So this will be kind of a finesse presentation to give them. And I'm honestly just curious how well they work. On that note, I'm going to be doing a video on these here soon. These are my new fishing sunglasses from Wearoyo. I'm going to be doing a video on like peripheral items to bring with you. You know, stuff that's not necessarily related to fishing, but things that you would like to have while you're fishing. So we're going to be doing a full video on these and some other items soon. It's very cloudy today, as you can see, so we probably don't really need these today, but they're always on top of my hat in case I ever need them. Stay tuned. Alright, so here's a little close-up for you guys. This is what they look like. This is like a shad pattern. Super skinny, just little soft plastic. This one is the 3.5 inch, and I will link these down in the description below for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to nose hook it, and we'll see how well that works. I think I'm going to go sideways like this and just kind of imitating like a dead shad, and we'll see how well that works. I did bring a couple of other rods with me, some stuff that's some normal springtime patterns. I have a little red spinnerbait, and then also I brought a topwater with me to see if we can maybe get something on topwater, but the main goal today is try to catch something on this panorama. I did just see some boils right there, so let's get this guy out there. Little tough to cast. It's pretty light, but it's not horrible. But this is the finesse 3.5 inch one. It's a lot smaller, so that's kind of to be expected. And we're throwing this on the Lose Speedstick HM30. It is a 7-foot, I want to say 7-foot medium fast action. And Troy's throwing a topwater right now. Good job. Yep. Kind of hard to see it in the water right now, so it's tough to get a good look at the presentation. I'm gonna have to swim it close up to me. Okay, I can see it now. It actually looks pretty darn good. I'd be surprised if we didn't get bit on this guy. This part of the pond is usually not super productive. It's kind of shallow, but we're just gonna kind of power fish it as we walk down the bank and get to where all the timber and heavy cover is. It's all weeds out here. Hey, go get, oh, you got the other one? Okay.
Yeah, watch this.
All right, go. Whoa, careful, that's got treble hooks on it. Okay, go. Good job. Actually, now that I've kind of figured out the weight of it, I can get a pretty decent cast on this guy. At first it was not very far, but I think it was just lighter than I was expecting. And it's a really slow fall from what I can see. It kind of just flutters down. Very finessey. We just had a little bluegill try to eat something on, oh, right there. Boom! Oh my gosh, he launched. Okay, he's small. Oh, he stuck the hook right in my hand. Hey, all right, guys.
Can I touch him?
He's going. He's going. He's
no!
Flipping himself back. You want to pick him up, Troy?
No. He did. He did, I think.
Pick him up. Show the camera. He's not going to bite you, dude. Yeah, I saw him. He was making boils and chasing bait or whatever he was doing. There he goes. And He actually hit this like this was subsurface just barely, and he hit it like it was top water.
That was good job, Dad.
So that's actually kind of cool. You can almost fish this thing like it's top water. This is the spinner bait that I got tied on. I did really well on this one last year, particularly in this location. I do have the larger, I want to say they're 6-inch panoramas. They're in a different color. They're in like a white, like a bone white. I don't know if I'm going to use those. I'm going to rock with this little guy for a minute, and I might try one of those larger ones and see how those do. So unfortunately, we are cut off from the really good section of the pond because the water level is so high. So I don't think we're going to be able to get to that side today. We might have to wait for the water level to drop a little bit. It's always up and down like all the time in this pond.
Every day.
Yeah, this thing has a really cool action to it in the water. It literally looks like a swimming shad when you're moving it, and then once you let it sit, it just kind of flutters down like a dying bait fish. There's another one. Troy. Troy. It's a fish. Yeah, a little one. Watch out, don't fall. Don't fall. Yep. Stay right here.
I'm not going in the green.
There we go.
Come on, come on. That's a bass. That's a bass.
Yep.
That's a bass. Come on. Go on.
Another little guy.
Let me hold him.
Okay, hold on.
Still will Cody eat it?
Here.
Hey guys. No.
Hold him up. Okay, throw him in.
Hi guys. Ready? Go. Dad. Come on.
Alright, one more fish on the panorama, and then we're going to try a spinnerbait, see if we get something a little bigger, because this one seems like it's catching all the little guys. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's a fish. There we go.
Good job. Good job. Yes, we caught one. That's heavy.
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger, huh?
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, it's a big old crappie, dude. Holy cow. Oh my gosh.
I am not touching that.
That's a big crappie.
He looks like Chainsaw Man.
Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that crappie.
No, I am not touching that.
He probably doesn't look that big on camera, guys, but for me, that's a pretty big crappie. All right, let him go.
That is the biggest one we caught.
This hook is way too small for this, but we're gonna do it anyways. All right, here's the big one. We're gonna try that one out. Let's see how that does.
Very much. Hey, Dad. When I talk, it sounds like I'm a baby. In the video, I'm not a baby. Does it sound like what in real life? I sound like.
This one seems like it floats a lot more, which is kind of strange.
And because big things float.
Yeah.
And
this is like a big swim bait almost. It's kind of funny, but it's light.
Only light things float and dark things don't. Like a backpack. It rocks. Rocks just sneak down. It's a way too far.
Man, it does these wide little swings, and then it's got like a weird.
And this is the last cast that we're going to a different area.
Okay. Yeah, the bigger one actually floats. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that.
It's supposed
to. The little one was sinking, and this one is floating, which is interesting.
Come on, Dad, I'm too cool at this area.
That might actually be a good thing right now. The top water bite will turn on a little bit. Yeah, he probably did. He didn't seem very smart. This is watch out for his rods, bud. This is what I was catching mine on. I caught 5 on these today. You can have the rest of them if you want. You just
that's what I saw right here. There's one floating.
Oh yeah, we lost one. It was floating. Yeah, I just nose took it with like a little like wacky rig hook, and did pretty good with it. So.
Ooh, I know that's cold.
Yep. That's what he gets. I told him not to dive in like that. All right. Well, good luck, man.
You too.
All right, guys. So, all in all, I'm a huge fan of the Panorama so far. We did not catch anything on the big one. I didn't necessarily have the right setup for it, and I don't feel like this was the right spot for it. There are some big bass in this pond, but most of them are pretty small. So, I'm super happy that we caught a big crappie though. That was cool. That might be my PB crappie. I never fish for crappie. I always just catch them by accident, so it's always like a nice surprise when I do catch one. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I'll link those down in the description if you guys want to check them out. Stay tuned to the next one.